we need, yeah. Man, I got it, wow.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Box Seats. This is a show we talk about sports with comedians. Let's get ready to bring the comics in. My man Mo, how you doing, sir?
What's going on, Frank? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Jay, how you doing, sir?
All good, man.
That's good to see. Good to see. Good to hear. Good to see. Good to hear. All right, so we got some stuff to talk about, fellas, and we've got, of course, the NFL playoffs, to talk about. We've got some hot stories to talk about. While we get this set up and first everything else, let me put this in perspective. Go like this. Mo, I'm gonna ask you before I even jump into the NFL playoff weekends. I got to talk about some of the top stories in sports that jumped off over the weekend. And I don't know if you saw this, Mo or Jay. While we wait for a couple other guys to come in, Dennis Schroeder went after Luka Doncic after a game, and I don't know what was said. I don't know if it was pushed. I don't know what happened, but I do know this: Dennis Schroeder got suspended 3 games because he repeatedly tried to strike Luka Doncic after the Lakers game. After the Kings played the Lakers, I think it was Friday night. It was a pretty big scuffle. People were talking about. I read on some of the boards and stuff like that. They were talking about it. And then you know what I did, Mo? I went and saw some of the trash talk, and I think Dennis Schroeder was really upset when Luka said to him, "You should have took that. You should have took that contract. You should have took that contract." I think that's it really bothers him a lot. I was kind of like, "Oh wow, that was kind of like a really low blow." And then on top of that, Luka was torching him on the court. You know what I mean? But when you hear about players going after other players, not even on the court, after the court, when the game, behind the scenes and everything else. What you thinking about that, Mo? What you think?
I remember when I was doing, I went to college for 1.5, 3 years.
Yeah.
And when you get cats like that, my man will always say, one scared, the other one glad he's scared.
Right.
Ain't nothing gonna really come on, man. You had a professional NBA game. Ain't nothing popping off at the game. No matter where you at, whether it's behind the scenes, on the court, ain't nobody gonna let you run up and unless you do something sneaky, one of them old, bust somebody in the head. They ain't looking, but that ain't happening because too many people around. One scared, the other one glad he's scared. But hey, at least he got his point across.
Yeah, he did, but he's also losing some money on this, though. That's for
damn sure did. I guess he should have signed that.
I guess he should have signed that contract. He should have signed that contract because that's a low blow. Jay, what's your take on this, bro? Like, because honestly, in the streets it's one thing to fight, and behind, behind the scenes and everything else, Dennis Schroeder fighting Luka Doncic, that's insane, bro. What's your take?
I mean, as a basketball player, man, I may or may not have gotten in some fights myself. You know what I mean? That's just what happens. In the heat of competition, you're talking back and forth. You really want to beat the dude, and then you're losing. So if you ain't win the game, you're gonna win the fight. Those are the rules, right?
Right.
But I hope that's what set him off. Because listen, understand this: the Lakers offered Dennis Schroeder a 4-year, $84 million deal, and he walked away from it. And then he bounced around, for like a couple years in between that, making league minimum. He's making like $5 million a year, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And now, even though he's making like $14 million a year now, I just looked it up. He signed a 3-year, $44.4 million deal.
Right.
So he signed for one last year, and he lost $40 million.
Yeah.
So listen, I want to fight too, bro. That's what I'm saying. Long story short.
Honestly, at the end of the day, like Mo said, one wants to fight, the other one's scared, happy. Well, however he said it, you know what I mean? It made a lot of sense because it's true. It's really true.
One scared, the other one glad he's scared.
Yeah. That's how it is. All right, let's talk about the NFL playoffs picture this weekend. Mo, you're gonna go first before we dive into each game. Before we go into anything else, I'm gonna ask you. Was that the greatest round of games in the NFL playoff history? Because this is the first time in NFL history there were 4 games decided by 4 points or fewer in a single postseason round. So was that the best?
Yeah, it was a great. And I caught majority of the game. I think the only one I didn't catch was Carolina. I didn't catch too much of Carolina because I was working. I had a show. No, not Carolina. Was it Carolina? Who played Saturday? Saturday was Carolina. Saturday was Carolina and
The Rams.
I caught Green Bay and Chicago. The show was an early show.
Right.
Like that. So only thing I didn't get, but man, listen, and those was some nail biters. Man, listen. Carolina might be we might be talking about a whole new subject. None of this stuff, Carolina would be the head if they didn't give the ball back with so much time.
Right. They gave him back too much time.
Too much time. Like,
yeah.
come on, man. You know, which I think that was. And he said it, let's snatch their hearts away.
Yeah.
Green Bay, if somebody didn't smack the shit out the kicker, they should. They can hire me. I'll come out and do it.
We're gonna talk about that in a second. We're gonna talk about that. But to you overall, was that the greatest round?
Yeah, it was. It was a great round. It was a nail biter. Everything from Philadelphia to Green Bay, all of it, man. And I can't wait for tonight.
All right, so Jay, the Rams beat the Panthers by 3. The Bears beat the Packers by 4. The Bills beat the Jags by 3. The 49ers beat the Eagles by 4. Yahoo Sports is saying, in their opinion, it's the greatest round of postseason play in NFL history. What's your take?
This is my take. First off, I want to give a shout out because I know we're probably going to talk about it later, but I want to take this moment real quick. I want to shout out Miss Lynn Jones Turpin of the Jacksonville Free Press. Because
I knew you were going to do that.
She's going viral right now for saying comforting words to Liam Cohen, who you can see when she said it, his eyes glassed over a little bit, bro. Like he felt it, and it looked like he needed it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And Auntie gave him what he needed in that moment, and not to my surprise, but to my chagrin, she's being attacked online for not being professional as a sports reporter. I mean, while she's being praised by people with hearts, you know, and can understand, she's been attacked by, you know, this hating culture that's going on. And so I want to say thank you, Lynn Jones Turpin, because who says that the only job of the sports reporter is to tear down coaches and to tear down players? That is just how they just been conducting business over the past, whatever you say, but it don't mean it can't be done a different kind of way. And it is not your job to come in there and tear people down. If you believe that, then get out the business, Stephen A. You know, and anybody else like him, Skip Bayless, because those are people. They got families. They got people that care about it. Now, to your question, the answer to the original question, it shows that there's a lot of parity, you know, in the league now, and that there are a lot of really good teams, at least this year. I mean, that's not always the case, but this year, I would say 14, 15 NFL teams fielded really good teams.
Yeah.
And so that means that half the league is competitive and they are able to compete for Super Bowls. And that has not been the case traditionally.
100%. And I will say this, and even top this off with comment you made. Her comment, what she made, is probably the best I've ever heard.
No question.
Any NFL, after any NFL game by any reporter.
Any sporting event. I've never seen that happen.
I've never seen it either. And for her to be attacked and be coming, it's amazing to me. Some people just are so gutless, and I mean, you know, it was really pathetic on how some people are responding. But it's also really heartwarming to see how other people are responding too, because you know, we all used to coaches being nasty to reporters and vice versa. So to see something like that was really heartwarming, and my heart really leaped out to Coach Leon, like, because you could see he really needed it. You could see
he needed it.
Yeah, he really needed it. And honestly, truth be told, his team should have won. But we're gonna come to that.
Absolutely,
his team should have won. We're gonna come back to that in a second. Mo, let's talk about some of the games, man. Because first, I want to talk about the Rams beating the Panthers. I mean, you're gonna get to the Jaguars games in a second, but the Rams beat the Panthers by 3 points. And to be honest with you, the Panthers should have won that game. You know what I mean? The Panthers had that game, and they had that game. So, how are you taking this, Mo? What's your take on this, Mo?
I'm not going to say the Panthers should have won that game. I'm going to say the Panthers could have won that game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The person who won is who should have won. They made a crucial mistake at the end of the game, a minute and whatever left to get this. Oh, my God.
This dude.
I will lose my train of thought too at the sight of that bullshit.
Keep going, Mo. I'm sorry. Everybody, D Jones in the building. What's up, D Jones? We're gonna come to you, D Jones. We're gonna come to you, D Jones. We're gonna come to you. Go ahead, Mo. Finish say what you say, bro.
Right.
So the Panthers, they made a bad mistake. They made a bad coaching mistake, a bad player. Well, whoever was in at the helm, I'm gonna say the coach. You know what I'm saying? To decide to do that, you know, they should have. I don't know, but maybe they felt rushed and they felt that the defense could hold on because maybe they were scared they might not or turn over the ball because it ain't like they were going throughout the day without any turnovers too. So
right, 100%. Jay, what's your when you looked at the game, because I know you saw the Rams defeat the Panthers like that, you saw Matthew Stafford make a comeback. They left too much time on the clock. I was watching him. As soon as I saw it, I was like, there's too much time on the clock. You know what I mean? But I thought the Panthers should have won that game, too, because the way they played. They really played well. But that's my take. What's your take, Jay? How do you look at the Panthers and Rams?
I was impressed by the Panthers, man, because I thought they was buns coming in that game, man.
Yeah.
I thought, even though they were at home, I thought the Rams would beat them by like 4 touchdowns.
Right.
And again, as we say often on the show, styles make fights. Right. And I had forgotten until they mentioned it, the Panthers beat the Rams earlier this year.
Right.
So that's looking less fluky now. Like there's something about what the Panthers do and what the Rams do that gives the Rams problems. So, so seeing that game, man, I gotta tell you, I was shocked, but it was way more entertaining than I expected. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I gotta say, styles do make fights, and for whatever it is, I think the way they match up against the Rams, they give them fits. So the Rams got out of there, squeaked out of there. D Jones in the building, y'all. D Jones, what's your take on the Rams defeating the Panthers 34-31? What was your take?
Real quick, because I've been watching. I'm gonna go through all 3 of the topics real quick that I missed.
Okay.
I remember Lindsey Hunter said somebody called Ben Wallace a bitch, and after the game, he was waiting on top of their car, and they ain't want to smoke.
That's called standing on business.
Yeah. That's how the Palace, the brawl happened at the Palace. They ain't want to fight Ben Wallace. They was like, we'll rather fight all of them. Anyway, number 2, man, there was some great games, except for one of them. All of them went down to the last play. So, I was on the edge of my seat every game. And then number 3, the topic we on right now, it's some really good coaching, man, done with the Panthers, and he should be considered for Coach of the Year, just like I think my man from New Orleans. But this game, and like Jay said, they got a formula for the Rams because they already beat them, and they was beating up Matthew Stafford. He hit his hand on somebody's helmet. It was just a good game, and we all said it was going to be a blowout, and we was wrong. Everybody
wrong.
Yeah, right.
We always wrong.
Yeah. Honestly, I thought the Rams were gonna beat them by at least 3 touchdowns. I
did too.
I thought the Rams were gonna drug them across the field. I thought the Rams were gonna beat them like they stole something.
I thought the Rams would come in there, beat that ass, and motorboat their wives on the way out.
Yeah, all of that. All right, let's talk about next. We gotta talk about the Bills defeating the Jags because in the middle of the game, Mo, I gotta be honest. I was like, boy, the Bills are getting ready to lose really badly in this game, especially when Josh Allen got hurt and he was limping and all that other stuff. And the Jaguars looked like monsters. I was like, they got the most monstrous defense I've seen in the league this so far, besides Houston. I was scared of that, but the Bills ended up pulling it out 27-24. Why? Because the Jaguars left too much time on the clock. I've kept saying that all weekend long. You're leaving too much time on the clock for the opposing QB who's good, who can come back down and score, and they did that to Josh Allen. I think they left 4 minutes on the clock for Josh Allen. What's your take on this, Mo? What was your take on the Jaguars Bills?
I was really surprised that they left all that time on the clock, man. Once again, not they should have. They could have won that game.
Yeah.
They could have won that game. And I was sitting back every time something happened with the Jags. I was saying to myself, I know JD losing his mind. I know he was at the crib yelling at the TV, man. Real. I mean, all I got to say is, just join the club. You know, the wait till next year club.
All right, Jay, what's your take on this, man? Because honestly, the Bills look like they were going to lose that game for almost 90% of the game, bro. 90% of the game. What's your take?
I mean, I would argue that the Bills should have lost that game. And it's not that Jacksonville left too much time on the clock. It's that Jacksonville left too many points on the board. To me, the game-changing event was when they was up 7-3 and they forced that fumble on the kickoff return, the punt return, whichever one it was, and they was like inside the 10-yard line, 4th and 2. I mean, they could have taken a chip shot, but I get Cohen saying, let's go for the kill and go up 14-3, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But on the 4th and 2, this is probably the call that's going to haunt him for the rest of his life. You only need 2 yards, and they was already manhandling, the Buffalo Bills, in the game, in the trenches. Why do you run Trevor Lawrence? Why not hand it off to one of those running backs, man, and let them get the 2 yards for you and then move the chains? Because Trevor, he ain't used to running. I mean, he's 6'6", he's lanky, bro. And even though he almost got it, the fact he doesn't know how to get down without getting on the ground, when they touched him, he was down. He was just short. Change over on downs. Now they don't get a field goal. They don't get a touchdown. Bills get the ball and they drive the field. And so instead of being 14-3, it's 10-7 Bills.
Yeah.
And I think the game shifted on that play, even though they tried to recover. And that's what I didn't feel good about at all. They caught a break and they got the best field goal kicker in the league an opportunity, and he hooked it. And when that happened, I was like, bro, those 10 points are gonna cost us, because if they get that touchdown and if they get that field goal, what the Bills did wouldn't have mattered late in the game.
Honestly, I would argue against you and say the Jaguars are fine, but I think that the missed field goal deflated a lot of the team. I think the missed field goal was ridiculously huge. That was it. D Jones, talk to me about what you thought with the Jags playing the Bills and how the Bills played the Jags and everything else. What was your take, D?
It was a great game, and I think I put it in the text because I thought when Trevor Lawrence went for that 4th down that he got it.
I did
like
too.
His shin was short, and I'm like, his shin, that was ridiculous to me. I thought they should have been the first down, and in hindsight, maybe they should have kicked the field goal. But it's the playoffs; you got to go for it. And I wasn't mad at that decision. That was Trevor Lawrence's fault. You know what I'm saying? Because he had enough room to get the first. The Jags was whooping Josh Allen's ass. Physically.
Everybody's ass.
They was with him. There's only one person got their ass whooped worse yesterday, and we'll talk about that later. But Josh Allen, they was whooping his ass. And I was like, yes, please beat Josh Allen's ass. But he good, man. And when it come down to it, he took a beating and they couldn't stop him, man. That's what it came down to.
It definitely did.
And Jacoby Myers not getting my 20 yards.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too.
Oh my God,
we have to see somebody to help you with that, D. All right, Mo, we gotta talk about now. The Patriots defeated the Chargers yesterday. Probably the only game all weekend long that wasn't as tight with one possession and everything else. The Patriots defeated the Chargers 16-3. What was your takeaway when you walked away from that, Mo?
In the words of a young man who I only like when we're not talking about sports, because we're talking about sports, he's a jerk. I don't give a piss.
There you go, Mo. There you go.
What happened with the punk ass Providence Patriots last night? That if they play that field goal football next week, they're gonna be out. They got for some reason, I don't know what it was, but San Diego couldn't put San Diego. The Chargers couldn't put no points on the board. But and I know, you don't win no championship, no next rounds with field goals. But y'all won. I mean, I'm going to say this. I really don't want y'all to win because I don't want to hear that shit up here because I live up here. I got to hear it. But then again, I want y'all to win because y'all some miserable asses when y'all team don't win. Y'all be, oh my God, y'all come up with 100 million excuses about every single championship y'all pull out. They pull out the Bill Russell championships, everything. So I hope they do. Soon as they don't win one,
let me go back to leather helmet days.
soon as they don't win one, they pull out every single championship. The Celtics and the Patriots have won. We did this, we did that, and the greatest comeback in history with the Yankees. They talk about all that all year long because they lost one game.
Yep, that's how they do. Jay. All right, talk to me about the Bills defeating the Chargers. I will say this before I even give you the floor, Jay. This morning, I heard 4 different experts say that the Patriots have the most disguised defense and the best defense of the teams that's remaining, and that's why they were giving the Chargers fits. I didn't see it like that, but I'm not an NFL expert, so to speak, and everything else. But give me your take on why the Patriots defeated the Chargers 16-3. What was your take?
They gave the Chargers fits because the Chargers quarterback is buns. He is glazed cheeks out there, bro. They've been hyping him up for about 4 years now, and he is yet to live up to everything that they say he's supposed to be. I ain't seen him do it yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So the fact that he keeps coming up small, not just in the playoffs, but like even in like tough regular season games, you know, when they play really good teams, he ain't showing up. So I think that they got to go back to the drawing board and really like evaluate and say, is this our guy? Because I don't think that he's as good as Jared Goff was for the Rams, and the Rams got off Jared Goff. So, I mean, the Patriots, I mean, they caught a break. They caught a warm weather team that never plays well, you know, on the road, really. Definitely don't play well on the road when it's cold outside. So they caught a break, man. I mean, you know, and that's why you have a great record, man, you know, to get a high seed, you know, to be in that freezing ass Providence weather, you know, to get it, you know, a LA team up in there.
Okay. That's his take. D Jones, what's your take on the
I just want to say, I just want to say, God is good. My defense played great, and I threw the ball great, and coaching was great, and I love God, and I love New England, and all the fans, and thank you, Lord. That was from Drake. So what I heard was when Milton was in the lineup in the beginning of the season, we were top 3 in rushing the quarterback. When he left, we sucked. He's back. That defense was, I ain't seen them play like this all season. One, the Chargers don't have the offensive line was tissue paper.
Yeah, everybody hurt. Yeah.
And I never felt bad for an opponent, but they was whooping Herbert's ass. He got hit one time in the helmet and did a spin. I was like, oh no.
They decapitated it.
Yeah. So we got to do better with protecting Drake. And he missed a few throws yesterday. Could have been first time jitters because he missed somebody in the end zone. But and I heard that I said something about betting earlier. We the betting favorites to get to the Super Bowl, which is crazy to me, but I take it. Vegas know what they talking about.
Well, that's only because Jacksonville's out and people are thinking that Pittsburgh is going to beat Houston tonight. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see. Definitely going to be interesting to see. All right, let me take this down, Mo. You next, man, because I got to talk about the Bears defeating the Packers, Mo. The Bears and the Bears were down 18 and came back. And I've been saying it all year long. I said it a couple of times. I said, I see the Bears getting to the Super Bowl because of Caleb Williams. This kid is phenomenal, especially. I wish Steve was on here because I told Steve several times, like, I can see the Patriots Bears in the Super Bowl. I can see that. And the storylines, there's just so much story. And I've said it on the show. Y'all heard me say it. Y'all thought I was tripping. I said it before. I can see it happening. The Bears, anyway, defeated the Packers 31-27. Caleb Williams comes back 18 points down and gives the Chicago franchise one of their best franchise victories ever and the largest deficit in franchise history to come back from behind. What's your take on Caleb Williams and the Bears and the Packers, you know, right now, Mo? How you looking at this?
listen, them boys all year long have been showing up and showing out in the fourth quarter. They've been having fourth quarter miracles, not even miracles. It's like they just like chill all game long and then look at each other like, y'all ready to play now? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? And they just showing out. There's one throw when he was running, he was getting tackled on his ankle and threw the ball like across his body. Caleb is showing out, man. He's showing while like by last year was just a bad situation for him. And this year, you know, things are getting better for him, man. Chicago is real dangerous right now. Real dangerous. You would never ever like consider Chicago out the game until the game is over.
Right now, Jay, I got to say, Caleb Williams is looking like the #1 draft pick in the league. He looking like it for real. He got them boys coming back from 18 points down. No one's talking about Chicago like that, though. That's the scary part about it. I watched a couple of sports shows today. They mentioned it, but nobody's talking about Chicago like that. So what's your take on Jay on the Chicago Bears defeating the Packers, and should the Bears be getting more respect?
Nah, not really, man. I mean, that's because people ain't scared of people, you know, who quarterback short wearing glittered socks. You know what I mean?
Painting his nails.
Yeah, painting his nails and shit. No, I mean they are much improved, but I just think that they're going to run into a situation. I mean, the thing that helped them was that they played a division foe, so there was a lot of familiarity in the playoffs. So I mean, even though it was a playoff game, there was nothing unfamiliar about the opponent. So I think you can relax a little bit more, you know, when you have them kind of games. But I think that they're going to fall victim to what I think Jacksonville fell victim to yesterday, in that the Bears have been bad a lot longer than Jacksonville's been bad. And I just think that, you know, like them key plays that you need, I think they're not going to make those, or if they get down against a team, you know, that they don't know like that, I don't think they're going to be able, you know, to like come back from that. So hopefully they don't get down against the next opponent, but whoever they play next, that's gonna be for real. I mean, it's gonna be the Niners, it's gonna be the Rams, or the Seahawks.
They play the Rams.
You know what I mean? So them boys are gonna be playing with them out there. So fall down 18 on Stafford, Katie bar the door. It's gonna be over with.
Yeah, 100%. D Jones, talk to me. What was your takeaway, from Caleb Williams, the way he did what he did, and against the Packers? And right now, they put the Packers so bad. People are talking about, you know, we're going to talk about that in a second. But people are talking about, you know, the coach of the Packers ain't even going to be around. We're going to talk about that in a sec. But what's your take on the Bears?
Yeah, they are talking about getting rid of Matt LaFleur. He don't have an extension yet. Caleb was great in the second half, but like Jay just said, do that against the Rams. I don't think it's gonna happen. They were fortunate the Packers didn't have a closer. If Michael Parsons is out there and I just get to rush you the second half, it's a wrap.
Right.
So they were really fortunate. They got a great coach. They might have the best coach in that division. So that does help. And you see what he's done for Caleb since he's been over there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good too. But I don't see them getting to the Super Bowl. I think out of the 4 teams left, they the worst one.
Okay. All right.
I do too.
Okay. All right. We're gonna touch on that a bit. Mo, you up now, bro. Mo, we got to talk about the 49ers defeating the Eagles, bro. Because the Eagles, I ain't never seen the Eagles look this bad in a year. You know what I mean? The Eagles didn't look like they came to play at all. You got people arguing. You got AJ arguing with his coach, all this other stuff, man. Mo, what was your take on 49ers defeating the Eagles, and were you shocked at the end result?
No, I wasn't shocked. I said this at the beginning of the year. That dude sitting over there in that number 10 jersey laughed louder than everybody. Talking about, come on, are you serious? The 49ers? Weren't they just in the Super Bowl 3 years ago?
Longer.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, 3 or 4.
Yeah, they listen, and they won the game after Kittle went down. Any other team he on, they would have been blown out the water losing their star player like that. Come on, man. Yo, San Francisco, I'm not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl, but they did better than anybody else thought this year.
Okay.
And again, A.J. Brown said it all year long. They ain't going to go nowhere with that offense, the way that offense is being played. And he's right. Too bad he won't be there next year, though.
Let me see what Jay got to say. Jay, what's your take on the 49ers defeating the Eagles in Philadelphia too. And I gotta be honest, the Philadelphia looked completely out of whack. They looked out of sync. I ain't seen their offense look that bad, in a year. Honestly, what's your take, Jay?
This is my take, and this is what I kept harping on all year long. From the time that Philly was undefeated and AJ Brown was complaining about not getting touches.
Mm-hmm.
Your team is undefeated, and you out here talking about you not getting touches when you ain't got no L in the column. And I said then, and I believe it now, and it showed up yesterday. Football is said to be the ultimate team sport. So if you got dissension on the team, you got, I mean, especially like one of your star players, a dude that you count on to not just make plays, but to be a leader, and he's causing dissension. There's no way that team can achieve the ultimate goal of winning a Super Bowl, because it's going to be too disjointed, because it's going to be hard to get there. And the second it get hard, that's when the dissension starts again, because he going to be talking stuff during all that stuff that's going on, and you ain't going to be able to get on the same page to make the right plays. And his bum ass dropped the pass and went straight to him yesterday, when it's crunch time, forcing a fourth down play, to make the play. So I don't know what to say about this dude, man. I mean, other than, to me, that was emblematic of how that season had to end. It was just too much going on, within what they were doing in order for them to be successful long term.
I gotta say, he dropped 3 passes though that he should have caught. 3.
I mean, I'm sure he did.
Yeah,
and before I get up out of here, I want to quote my Morehouse brother Dewey Smith. He said, there can only be one vision for the house, and if your vision is not congruent with the main vision, that's division. Okay, and he was not on the same page with anybody, and he caused division in the house, and that's why they're at the crib right now.
D. Jones, what's your take on this, bro? How are you looking at how the 49ers defeated the Eagles 23-19? You got the star wide receiver arguing on the sidelines with the coach. You got the star wide receiver dropping a pass on that third down, huge third down too.
In the fourth quarter.
Yeah, huge. They was trying to go down to win the game. Huge. What's your take?
Let me address Mo first, because he called me out. I didn't laugh at your take on the 49ers. I laughed at you and the Giants this whole time I've been on the show.
That's a damn lie. I ain't say nothing. I said the 49ers, and you laughed at that.
I laughed at the Giants.
You a jerk. You were just a jerk.
AJ Brown should look good in the Patriots uniform next year. He get back with Gabriel and get a better quarterback.
I don't know if you want that, D.
I feel like
I hate y'all, man, but I don't even want that for you. You know what I mean?
I like Jalen Hurts, but he ain't had the same coordinator since high school.
Never.
Like,
every year.
It's somebody calling plays for him, and this play caller was come on, man. He had nobody to throw it to. Everybody run a vert. Just go straight. Like, that's your call? They don't use Saquon. Throw a screen pass every blue moon. Get Saquon involved. Do something. I think, and the coach, he really didn't want no smoke because he could have called plays. So it's a lot of dysfunction over there. The 49ers, they got heart. Brock Purdy got heart, man. And that's what you get. I've been saying since they beat the Lions that the Eagles' offense is trash, and it showed up every week. That offense was trash. And if I was on that defense, I would be so mad. We got 2 turnovers, and this all y'all do? So, yeah, hopefully they get the former coach from Miami Dolphins to be the offensive coordinator over there.
So let me see, Mo, what you think about this, Mo. Houston Texans are facing Pittsburgh Steelers tonight. Do you want to change your pick? And matter of fact, who did you pick, and do you want to change it or after you've seen what you see this weekend?
I'm rolling with Houston. That's my pick. I'm sticking with my pick. I'm rolling with Houston.
Okay.
For real.
Right.
I think Houston's going to do it, man. I think it's going to be a close game. I'm not saying it's going to be a blowout, but I think Houston's going to pull it off.
Okay. I like your pick. I see what you're saying. Jay, where you at with yours, man? You got Houston playing Steelers tonight. The winner goes play the New England Patriots. Who you got?
I'm taking Tomlin and that cold ass stadium, bro. Like, here's the thing. Like, they talk about what Pittsburgh hasn't done, playoff droughts and all this foolishness, whatever. The Houston Texans cannot protect their quarterback. As great as their defense is, the offensive line is equally terrible. It's going to be cold out there. They are a South Texas team, and they play in a dome on top of that. I'm taking the Steelers, and that horrendously, it's probably going to feel like it's like 2 degrees on that field tonight. Give me the home team.
Okay, all right. And D. Jones, who you got?
We don't really care who we got. We want all the smoke. Bring everybody. And I'm going to hit their sister on the way out.
Oh, man.
This dude here. This dude. Come on, D. Give me a pick.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who's gonna win if I gotta pick one. Man, that Texans defense, they probably gonna get to that old man. So I'm gonna go with the
They
Texans.
take him out the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Texans.
He was older by the week, though, don't he? God.
Man,
Yeah, he do
we
look.
want to go
stiff.
to a darkness retreat tonight.
All right, so I had a couple of questions because of what happened with the playoff games and everything else. I had a couple of questions. I'm gonna talk about the playoff games in a second, like who's playing who in a second. But I wanted to ask you, Mo. Start with you, Mo. What should Philly do moving forward? Is AJ Brown the reason they lost, and should they trade him? Those 3 questions I'm gonna ask each one of you all. So, what should Philly do moving forward? The AJ Brown the reason they lost, and should they trade him? Mo, you up first.
Yeah, AJ Brown, if he ain't out before this show is over, I don't know why he isn't. I'll tell you right now. You laughing. I was at Gillette Stadium last year when y'all won that game. I left the stadium. I was working there. I left the stadium at the beginning of the end of the 3rd quarter. When I got home, the coach was fired.
I know.
I turned my TV on, breaking news.
After one season.
No, and what should they do? They gotta look internally. There's a lot of things that they gotta fix. Like D. Jones said, that offensive caller, the offense period needs to be fixed. Like, they should have been using Saquon so much better, because they couldn't get him to run the ball. They couldn't get him to too many breakouts. But he's a hell of a yards after the catch person, and he got good hands. He got great hands. They got a lot to look at. And the coach, okay. I don't know. But you know how I feel about Philly. Fuck everything in Philly.
Okay, so Jay, what should Philly do moving forward? Is AJ Brown the reason they lost, and should they trade him? Jay.
AJ is among the reasons that they lost. And I mean, I would say 40% of it, because I'm telling you, man, like, when everybody on the same page, I mean, that stuff kills a locker room. I mean, just that negative cloud, man, you just can't be productive in that. But there are always reasons for stuff, right? Like, Philly started having injuries on the O-line in like week 1 or week 2. Like they had like all pro guards who were out, man, and they just hobbled all year long. So I think the season, was indicative of that, not hiring the right OC to replace Kellen Moore, I think, was a huge factor in it, because remember, man, before Kellen Moore, Philly had the head coach in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying? So
Indiana.
That's Detroit. He's
Indiana.
Detroit.
Oh, Indiana. That's right. Indiana's head coach. That's right. And you saw what the coach did this year with him, right?
Yeah.
So losing all of that, man, I just think that they lost more, or should I say the people they lost were more special than people realized. Let me say that.
Okay. All right. And Jay, let me get your, D. Jones, let me get your aspect of this. What should Philly do moving forward? Is AJ Brown the reason they lost, and should they trade him? What's your take on that?
AJ not the reason they lost. He dropped 2. One of them looked like a pass interference to me, though. But you probably do have to trade him. He don't want to be there. So, you got to get him out the locker room and see what you can get for him. But if you trade him, I like who the second receiver? Smith? He cool,
Yeah, Devontae.
But Devontae cool, but is he a number one? Like, who you going to throw the ball to? Because Hurts not the greatest passer.
Mhm.
So, you got to do something. You're going to have to get a new receiver if you're going to trade him out of there. You got to replace him, and you got to get an offensive play caller. That's number one. And you got to fix that line.
Okay. All right. So let me now ask Mo this next question. Moving forward, Mo, what's up next for the Jaguars? The future's pretty bright for Jacksonville Jaguars. What's up next? How do you see the Jacksonville Jaguars playing stuff out?
If they got everybody that they gonna have now next year, then all they do is just make a few tweaks. They have my boy from Colorado coming back, the one that got hurt, the two-way player.
Travis Hunter.
Yeah, he'll be a big addition, bringing him back in. But I think I remember a few episodes ago, JD said that they're about to lose a lot of coordinators, though.
Yeah.
So they need to be on the hunt right now for whatever coordinators that possibly could be out the door, ready to fill that position with somebody as good or better, so they can keep rolling what they did this year.
Okay. All right. And Jay, what should the Jaguars do? Because they're one of the brightest teams moving forward in the AFC. What should they do moving forward?
Absolutely sew up everybody that you can sew up right now. If I'm not mistaken, Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, who's an all-pro this year. This is a contract year for him.
Mm-hmm.
Pay him. Don't let him hit free agency. I think a decision has to be made about Travis Hunter. Like either being a wide receiver or being a cornerback. Yesterday, from what I saw on the 40-yard completion, that they gave up, when they had the Bills backed up, I'd say put him at cornerback, because Parker Washington is a baller. And I don't think Travis Hunter is ever going to be better than Parker Washington at wide receiver. He can be different, but I don't think he's going to be better than Parker Washington. So pay Parker Washington and plan to lose that DC, because there's so many jobs that are available, and that defense is filthy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to get an opportunity to be head coach next season, I think.
Okay, D. Jones, future's bright for Jacksonville. What should they do moving forward?
Growing up, my little brother was a Jags fan, and I loved him regardless if he was a Jag or not. What the Jacksonville Jaguars should do, I don't know. It's all on the quarterback. If he that guy, then they're gonna win. If he not, then I think they got great coaching. They got good defense. They got some good weapons. It's all gonna fall on Trevor Lawrence. We gonna see the next 2 seasons if they can do it, because it's all on Trevor Lawrence. If he don't, yeah, that's it.
And we already paid him, so we already paid him.
He the biggest Jag out there. Then
let's talk about the other team that lost. One of the other teams that lost, Mo. Is the Panthers' future looking better, or do you think their future is going to be worse? And how do they improve?
They didn't improve by being more consistent. That's what they need to improve at, because they were like 1 week good, 1 week Giants, 1 week good, another week the Jets. So they got to improve on being consistent. I'm not too sure. I'm not too solid on their makeup over here, what they probably may need, but that consistency, that's what they need to do. But can they sustain it next year? That's what they got to look at. And Bryce, is he going to be that guy?
Great points, because that's a big question. It's a big question mark right there. So, Jay, is the Panthers' future looking better, or do you think it's going to be worse? And how do they improve?
Sky is the limit. Just keep on pressing on. Listen, bro. They are a sneaky good team playing in a really winnable division. And Bryce Young is looking like the player that was deserving of the #1 overall pick, because they gave him some weapons to throw to. but more importantly, they got him a line that kind of protects him a little bit. So, hey, listen, man, the Panthers are going to be really, really good moving forward because all of them are young. I mean, they're probably like under like 26, 27 years old. I mean, the bulk of that roster. So they just going to grow from this and be better. And they got to play the Buccaneers, the Saints, and the Falcons in their division.
Yeah, that's one great point. D. Jones, how are you looking at this? Because honestly, the Panthers' future could look bright or could look worse, but how do they improve? D.
They need to figure out their identity. Didn't they beat Dallas by running 8,000 yards on rushing?
That dude was crazy with it.
Yeah, so
And he want to be traded now.
well, I think because they're not using him. Like, they should figure out their running team or throwing team because I don't think Young is that good. But if you help him and run some more, put him in play action, then he probably can do his thing. They literally almost upset of the year had they won. So they look better than what they was. And let me interject. The Jags only lost because they ain't want no smoke with the Patriots. I forgot to say that.
Mo, next question up. The other team that lost is the Chargers. Are they closer or further to success? What you think?
I think they further because that quarterback ain't what everybody's saying he's supposed to be. What is this, his third, fourth year, one and done?
Yeah.
They're further away. They need a quarterback. They need a lot of stuff because Herbert's not the guy.
Wow, Herbert's not the guy. Okay, that's your take. Okay, all right. Jay, the Chargers further or closer to success? What you think?
They're further because, think about their division. Kansas City's in their division. Denver's in their division. Right? We know Denver got it figured out. In KC, they ain't going to stay dead. You know what I mean? So they're going to, Kansas City, they're going to retool. They're one of the best run organizations, in all professional sports.
If not the best. Yeah.
Yeah, right. If not the best. Yeah. So I don't know. They took massive steps back. And it's going to be hard to overcome that picture with the bad sound, like I told y'all last week with that sound guy. If you don't pay that sound guy, your movie's beautiful, but it sounds like trash. Can't nobody watch it. Right? And I think they paid Herbert thinking he was something. I don't think he's ever going to be that guy, man.
Okay. All right. And D. Jones, you want to piggyback on that? What do you think? The Chargers are closer or further?
I think they still got a great coach. I think if they was healthy and get an offensive line, that they can do something. Because Harbaugh likes to run the ball anyway. I don't think he's going to even rely on Herbert to be the savior. So they do need Jesus and some healing after yesterday in the offensive line. But they're about the same. I can't say further or closer. They're going to be about the same. They're probably going to win that division or be close to it because of what the Broncos won, right?
Right.
So, yeah. Unless the Chiefs come back.
All right. White Chocolate has joined us. What's up, Steve? How you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
All right. So we're talking about the Chargers, and we're talking about are they further or closer to the success of that. I'll let you touch on that before I go to the next round of questions. Go ahead, Steve.
I have one thing to say for you guys. See this here? White Chocolate 4, blowouts 1. You guys believe yet or what? I should be like, yeah, right. You guys should be listening to me.
Right.
Anyway.
TV channels can't get turned.
But you didn't get the blowout game right.
I did not, but still 4-1. I still had 4 right. Nonetheless, Frank, to answer your question about the Chargers, look, the offensive line was decimated. Right. Their line looked like the Patriots did last year. They need to get some reinforcements there. And they also need to get some better wide receivers. I like Keenan Allen, but he's cashed, I think, at this stage. They need an upgrade there. And I don't think that they're finished. Their division is tough. Kansas City's not going anywhere. Denver's not going anywhere. But Jim Harbaugh is a good coach. and he went there for a reason. Maybe Herbert's not the guy, but I think some better weapons around him, a better offensive line. We'll see. It's kind of he's in the same boat as Joe Burrow, right?
Yeah.
Offensive line horrible, same boat as the Patriots last year. Offensive line horrible. They need some better coaching there.
Yeah, I don't think he's the problem. Honestly,
I don't think he's the problem either. They were just too
problem.
many injuries on the offensive line. It's the same thing that hurt the Eagles yesterday. Their top guy, one of their top linemen, was out yesterday. That hurt to Runyon, I think.
Yeah. I don't think he's the problem. I think.
And
the problem
if I may, just 1 second, I want to touch on something you guys talked about earlier, where you guys mentioned the reporter for Jacksonville. I like what she did. She shouldn't be getting any backlash at all. To Jay's point, everybody wants to rip the coaching and so forth. She did a complete 180, and she should be commended. So I just wanted to get that in.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry. Are they giving that woman backlash for this?
Yeah. They're giving her a hard time. They're giving her a hard time.
Crazy.
All right, so let's continue on with this playoff picture right now, because we now getting ready to do the NFL picks of the weekend. Of course, we're gonna do them again, but the divisional round now is set. You got the Broncos. Broncos are facing the Bills. The Pats facing the winner in Houston, Pittsburgh tonight. Seahawks facing the 49ers. And the Bears facing the Rams. So let's go first with you, Mo. Mo, you got the Broncos facing the Bills. Who you got?
Bills.
Bills.
Bills all day.
Bills, yeah, Bills all day. Bills go into Denver, and you see that happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I see it
Let
happening.
me see what those.
I mean, this is Josh Allen's year, man. If he don't do it this year, he needs to just quit football altogether.
Okay. Jay, what's your take on this, bro? Broncos facing the Bills at home. Bills, they got to beat up Josh Allen coming in town. What's your take on this, Jay?
Even though I believe that Bo Nix is fugazi, I'm taking Denver. Listen, did you see how many Buffalo Bills players got carted off the field yesterday?
Yeah.
Bro, I was like, even if they win this game, they won't be able to win next week's game. They knocked out the wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
He's done because I'm pretty sure his ACL was torn.
Gabe Davis.
Yeah, Gabe Davis. They beat the hell out of Josh Allen. They beat the hell out of James Cook. Offensive linemen, were being laid out. I don't think that they can win this game because of the game they just played yesterday. Mm-hmm. And then they got to go travel across the country and play at 5,000 feet. After going through that, I'm taking Denver in this game. I mean, Denver been chilling. And and they playing that altitude all the time.
Honestly, Josh Allen will really be Superman if he can win this game this upcoming week. He really
played at Wyoming though, so
Yeah.
So he used to the mountains.
T. Jones, Bills, Broncos. Who you got?
Broncos, because of what
Wow.
Jay just said, they was beating him up, man. It looked like Rocky Rocky was in the fight.
I'm still standing.
Right.
You ain't knocked me out.
Yeah. That's what it is. I'm going with the Broncos.
But you
All right,
got
so
fucked
you go-
up, Rob.
Okay. All right, so let me see what Steve got. Steve, you got Bills, Broncos, Bills going into Denver. Who you got?
Listen, I get that it's Josh Allen's year. He's supposed to go to the Super Bowl with, we've talked about it already. But I'll tell you, underrated defense. Denver's defense is underrated.
Really good defense.
They have real good defense, and the coach has won a Super Bowl. He knows what it takes, and you don't have to listen. Baltimore won a Super Bowl with Trent Dilfer at quarterback, and you guys were talking about it the other day. There's no reason why they can't win with Bo Nix. And Denver's a tough place to play, so
Okay.
I have to go with Denver.
All right. Mo, we have the Seahawks are facing the 49ers. The Seahawks #1 pick. They've been waiting. The 49ers, you saw how they played against Philly yesterday. Who you got? Seahawks or 49ers?
I'm supposed to pick the Seahawks. And I would pick the Seahawks any other time. But I was ridiculed. Made to feel less than. Talked about in my face when I said the 49ers. So I'm rolling with the Niners. I'm rolling with the Niners, and I'm rolling with Miami. Those are my two teams. I'm sticking with them, and that's it.
Miami ain't even in it. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about college.
Oh, okay. All right. So let me see what your pick is, Jay. Jay, you got the Seahawks, the #1 pick. They're the #1 pick. Who you got from Seahawks facing the 49ers? Who you got? Number 1 seed.
I'm shaking my head at Mo, man. You know, a broken clock is right twice a day,
Yeah.
right? And he just running with this one thing he got right about the 49ers, like he plugged into the wall. Your arms aren't moving, man. Sooner or later, you're gonna be right. Okay. Man, I like the Seahawks. I like the Seahawks, man. I mean, to me, they've been the best team in that division all year long. This for all the marbles. And honestly, I wouldn't take them if Darnold didn't look so bad last year in the playoffs for the Vikings. I think he's going to come in with a whole different kind of mindset to shut everybody the hell up and prove that he's really that guy.
Yep, and that Minnesota was wrong. We get rid of him. That's what
absolutely. I mean, they wrong regardless. JJ McCarthy and this dude's a number 1 seed.
And now they sit at home and they make the playoffs. They didn't give him. D Jones, what's your take on this, bro? You got the number 1 seed that sat home. Now they get played 49ers. Just finished playing the Eagles.
It's definitely going to be the person who scores the most. That's who's going to win this game.
What? For real?
That's my take. No, I don't trust Sam Darnold at all. It's the playoffs. I don't trust him, but he won't be the reason they win, but they will win. I'm going to Seahawks.
Okay, and Steve?
I think the Seahawks have momentum. The coach has done a good job. They have good defense. They're at home. It's a tough place to play, and I'll go with the Seahawks.
Yep. Mo, we got the Bears facing the Rams. Bears are facing the Rams. Bears are facing the Rams. To me, that's the 2 best teams in the NFC. Well, two of the 3. Who you got, Mo? Bears and Rams.
I want to roll with the Bears because I like Caleb, man. But I'm taking the Rams and roll all the way. I got the Rams on this one.
Okay, Jay, who you got? The Rams? You got the Bears.
Got the Rams, man. I just think that those Rams defensive ends gonna be hunting Caleb, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna be trying to take his head off. D Jones, who you got? The Rams?
Well, I'm gonna just say this: in the Super Bowl, it's gonna be the MVP versus the runner-up. So, I got the Rams.
Okay. Okay, and Steve, who you got?
I got the Rams. Chicago's defense isn't that good, and I think they'll have an easier time than they had against the Panthers.
All right, so this leads me to the last one. It's kind of hard to pick that because the Patriots don't know who they're going to play. But let's just say the Patriots are going to face Houston or Pittsburgh. Who you got, Mo?
Whoever they play is going to whoop their ass.
Okay.
And say, hey, make it so, God.
You going to put God in this?
Make it so, God. I told you what I did to you earlier.
Whoever they play is getting tired of this stuff that's going on up here, and they're going to whoop
both y'all doing silly figures. All right, silly figures. Okay, Jay, who you got? Patriots.
Silly fingers on the Patriots first. It depends on who they play, to be honest. Like if it's the Texans, I like the Texans. But if it's Pittsburgh, unfortunately, man, I don't think they're gonna beat the Patriots.
Okay. All right, D Jones. I know you got the Patriots no matter who they playing, so tell me why.
Well, I know it won't be the Jags.
Son of a bitch.
Go Steve.
Everything you touch.
That wasn't country.
Go Steve.
Okay. You know me. Numbers don't lie. I heard some numbers before the playoffs started. Teams, warm and dome teams traveling in the cold weather in the last 10 years are 1-14. So I think to Jay's point, Pittsburgh will probably beat the Texans. I originally had the Texans, but these warm weather teams can't play in the cold. And I think that no matter who comes here, the Patriots are going to beat them, especially Pittsburgh. They've had Pittsburgh's number with Tomlin as the coach all this time. So I get the Patriots.
All right, so that's the name of the show. The show's called Box Seats. That's it. Tomorrow we got to talk about Jaylen Brown and getting fined $35,000. What happened over the weekend. We also have definitely got to talk about who trading John Morant. Who's going to pick up John Morant, because that's a hot topic today. Also, we're gonna talk about LaMelo Ball and the trade deadline, because his name is being thrown around real quick right now. So, Mo, tell everybody out there how they can follow you.
MOE_comic on Instagram, Maurice Smith on Facebook.
There it is. D Jones.
www.antijags.com.
You fool. Jay, everybody how they can follow you.
At JD Hayes at fan base. And this man started to be taking all the Jalen hair transplant money, dog. That's fucked up.
He got the Beijing.
That Rogaine.
He gotta go to the DR now instead of Turkey.
Terrible. White chocolate.
Follow me and Frank on Boston Straight Shooters on Facebook and YouTube.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. We can finish these conversations about hair transplants and everything. But we'll see y'all. Peace.